Hello guys, it's Saturday, 12:15, and we're back on the Ranger, trying to get the back end of the box stiffened up. This is the piece we took out, which as you can see is pretty well rotten. And I tried to make the pieces to fit down in the grooves, but that just didn't work out, so I cut it off underneath, back 5 inches or so from here, and for now we got it spotted. And once we flip it over, I'm going to try to slot these. I'll show you that when I get to it. But I put a piece of this in, which is probably 18 gauge, and this piece here is made out of a piece of a headpiece here a second ago. Racking, huh? Oh, yeah. You get it out. It's just a piece of racking like this. This was like double, and you cut the spot welds and it comes apart. And pretty heavy metal, and it worked out pretty good for back there. Got the same shape in it, only I didn't put the roll on it because, well, that's really heavy, so we shouldn't have too much trouble with that. And our next thing to try to make is pieces to fit in here, and then we'll get to flip the box back over. I gotta put a little piece in here and do that side too, where it's all rotted out. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save some of this to weld to or not. Depends on what it looks like once I grind it up. Down here is not bad, still got paint on it, but it's rotten right here. And the good thing about this is all hidden, and we're going to run some seam sealer along here. This is not welded solid, but it's welded solid, very solid. So she's a lot stronger, so that's what we're looking for here. And we may even rock guard the back of this. That'll really cover it all up, so that, well, not that you'll see it anyway, but you might in through this. Maybe just rock guard here, seam seal that, and you won't see it. So anyways, just a little update on the box, and like I said, we're gonna get to make these and then flip her over, and I'll give you a shot at the other side what we're going to try to do there, just to save the box. Well guys, it's Sunday, the 2nd I think. We got the tail end, or the front of the cab I guess, rebuilt, and we're just gonna try it on the truck for fit. We haven't replaced those 2 cross members yet, they're made, but this is what we got here. Instead of trying to match those curls, I put a flat piece in, and once we know for sure that it's gonna sit on the truck right, I'm going to flip it over. Oh, first going to put the cross members in, flip it over and slit those bumps, fold them down, and there's just going to be a flat spot on the floor of the truck up by the cab, and this all gets covered with a box liner. So as long as it's strong, works out pretty good. And all these welds, which aren't very pretty but they are strong, will be seam sealed. So we'll give you a shot here in a minute of it sitting on the truck. You feel strong?
No.
Okay, we're gonna do it anyway. Well guys, we got her back on and we're making headway. Just sitting on there. Lines are good. Our holes line up with screwdrivers anyways. Sides are good. This line was always down a little. He says the cab mount is squished a little on the rubber. Rubber squished, so we're going to address that. And before, his door was hitting the box. Now, lots of room. Good 3/16, 3/8 inch there, something like that. 3/8 easily. So now we gotta deal with this right here and those corners. Fix up those corners. The metal's all new on the back side, but we left kind of a jagged mess in there, so I'll cut a couple pieces and put those in there just to cover it up, clean it up, seam seal that stuff too. Not gonna be much body work in here. We're just looking for just so it's not, you know, looking real bad. Gotta fix some holes right here in this strip. I'm on right there. And the box should be done, and then we can move on to the truck itself, which won't take that long. The boxes are actually really rough, but we can save her. And he's getting new stickers. There's a guy here locally. We just got to take a picture of them, which you should do right now where it's upside right. And won't cost very much to get two new ones made. So thank everybody for the advice on that one. So I do think the paint would have just been too crazily off. So anyways, this is Sunday's update, and we're gonna go back at her, get some more done. Well guys, June the 8th, Nova's been all sanded with 400, spot primed, and I did a really good coat along my line there. So tomorrow I'll be back on wet sand. We got a tarp up here because we're out here working on the truck. There's a problem there. Still patching. We got both ends built. There, across there, and getting ready to put it back on the truck and put the cross members in as soon as he gets done tacking the patch in the floor there. So we'll be back with an update. Box sitting back on. What? And talking to the camera here. Got our new cross members sitting on the frame where they got to go. We had a bunch of holes drilled across the box. Got this one welded in. They're sitting perfectly flat on the frame. So that worked out pretty good. We got her lined up. We got one hole, we got a ream out right there. And this will all be seam sealed. And the patch there, just trying to make her strong. Got to seam seal all this stuff. Box liner is going to go in there and cover it. We're going to give it a coat of paint with rough coat paint on top and bottom. After we get her lined up, we got 3 bolts in it, and like I said, 1 bolt needs reamed out, but lines up pretty good. Big major step here. So. Travis likes my welder. We'll be back here in a little while. Well guys, we got a couple coats of the aluminum paint on her. Got that inside cleaned up. And we're just waiting for it to dry so we can flip her over and do the bottom. And this will be done. Then we can put the box back, or no, we got to do the back of the cab. Get that squared away, cleaned up. And might base the back of the cab. And then we can put the box back on and start the body work. And it should go pretty quick after that. Say, we're just trying to salvage the box, which I think is going to be alright. Seems nice and solid. Not pretty, but it'll be covered. Alright, there's the underside. She got paint where it never had paint before. So what we done to the floor, we replaced this cross member with a heavy duty one, and this one with a heavy duty one, and we rebuilt that one across to the back. Grab the old one, Travis. Yeah, just hold it up there. There's what it was. That's what the old one looked like. As you can see, she was rotted out. We did use these pieces out of that one, which weren't very hard, to take it out and put in this one. And that gave us the right height and place for the holes. So that's the box. Had to replace this strip here.
Pile of rust cut out of it.
A
pile of rust cut out of it.
Yeah, a lot of rust out. That's not all of it, that's just some of it. Replace this section here. This is welded in solid here and seam sealed. And this side here, same thing. Wasn't too bad. Once we got one side figured out, we just made a pattern and did the other side and just pounded her in. And this part here was just spot welded in fairly close all the way along. Same on that cross member there. So, and we just brushed the back of the box, and now all we got to do is clean up this ridge here, and we'll paint that like on the outside. So we got paint coming out the holes. But anyways, this is the Ford box. She's getting saved. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's strong now, and it'll last them a few more years. How long have you had this truck?
8 years.
8 years he's had it, and she's still going. We were supposed to do this last year, but we didn't get around to it, so I don't know, it probably didn't go much worse. But anyways, the next step is to clean out the rockers on the truck, and we're going to make the patches just like Eric suggested, putting it back the same way it was so it drains out of there good, and that shouldn't take too long. But there's a lot of mud in there. I took some out, but that's it. And that's all we're going to do today. And he's going to come back up next weekend. We'll go get the box setting back on the truck. We got to put our braces in for the here. They're all drilled and ready to go. We just got to get it on the truck so we know where they tip in. And we got to clean up the back of the cab, get it sprayed, and then after that it's just sanding, cleaning, sanding, and then we can paint her. But tomorrow I'm going to get back on the Nova, wet sanding, and try to get it ready for paint this week. So anyways guys, there's an update on the Ford truck. We're like I said, we're not trying to make it like new, just trying to save it for them for a few more years. And so far it's not too bad. We had a little trouble with some of the areas trying to figure them out, but we got her all welded back together. Everything's what we did so far won't be seen, so we're not worried about it being too fancy. So anyways, thanks for watching guys, and next update be on the Nova. Hopefully might be a painting video, not sure, but it might be. So we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.